Maggie, this is Rob Lowe, just calling again, and just sorry I missed you. I just want to say my brother thanks you for the support, and I hope you're doing well. Uh, Try to catch me on Dynamite this week, just in case my brother can't make it. I'm filling in if he can't make it. So, again, Rob Lowe or my brother Wardlow, we appreciate the support, and that's really all I can say. Thank you, and I'm sorry Wardlow couldn't call you, but you got me, Rob Lowe. I don't know how we always miss him. He calls me, he leaves me a message, and it just happens. He leaves a message, and I'm like, dude, I tell you, call at 3. I can put you on the show 3 Eastern. And I look at my phone. He calls me at 3 a.m. Every time he calls me at 3 a.m. and he just leaves me a voicemail. I don't get it. And why we look very similar, I don't know. I'll never know.
Uh, I will totally understand if no one ever believes us that I have no I'm seeing these intros with you guys for the first time. Why? Because Rob doesn't show them to me before the show. Uh, I think it's actually better that way because I have a real genuine reaction to them.
Yeah.
So it's fine, I suppose. But this one caught me off guard because I was so not expecting that. You got it really quick because Mel just made that.
I know. Yeah, I
Okay,
literally.
she just made that.
Yep. Yeah, she did, and I saw that, and I'm like, huh. Wait a second. Let's do this.
And
So
was this why you weren't texting me back? Okay,
one of
because you were
one of the reasons, because I'm like, this
one
is
of the
very
reasons.
important. But that was one of the
Okay.
reasons. I had other things going too. So
Okay, sure. Guys, welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. Let me just get it out of the way so we can move on. Oh, Maggie, your headphones are probably bigger than your boobs. First of all, they're not. My boobs are big. Second of all, they're really, really nice. Okay, I hate them, but they're really nice because I mentioned this on last week's show. I have a really irritating ear infection, which prevents me forever putting anything into my ears, and it sucks real bad because I really love the in-ear headphones. I really love them. I hate these seriously, but the bright side of this is, as I mentioned to Rob on before the show, I'm hearing music for the first time ever because these headphones are so damn as good. They're so good that I'm starting to hear parts of songs I've never heard before, and it's as if I'm hearing my favorite songs for the first time. I generally like it, but it's kind of weird for me. So yeah, uh, please like the video, share it. Please send us a super chat because we're poor. At some point, I'm sure that we're gonna start using Humper chats, right?
yeah, we will.
At some point, yeah.
Yep. And today on the show, we're gonna do um, our predictions for NXT uh, Halloween Havoc. So that's tomorrow, but we're gonna be doing that here in a little bit. Chris, uh, I was gonna do it again. I almost did it. Mueller,
The voice of God.
voice of God's gonna join us to do predictions. Um, and we're gonna start off with what's been talked about the most today, and that is CM Punk. And unfortunately, that this took over the news because we were pretty excited to talk about the promo that everybody loved this past week for Dynamite. That was my favorite part of the whole week. It was just an amazing promo, and that's the thing. Like MJF says for the 100th time, it just he just tweeted out just a little bit ago. It just gets better. Like I've heard this 100 times. Each one's better. It's nothing new to him,
Yeah.
and of course, it is nothing new. They just get better. I remember last year. I can't remember what. Maybe it was the first time he got into it with CM Punk. Maybe it was that one.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like when he got really into it, and then CM Punk came out and was like, "Is this true? Did that really happen?"
yeah,
I think that's the promo you're talking about. It
yeah,
was
and
really good.
people were like it, like that was the best ever. Like I remember they were just talking about that, and it was one of the busiest nights that Fightful had on for like super chats because it was that good.
It was that
And
good, really.
yeah, and this one, another one, just so damn good. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna it's gonna be a good show. We're anxious and looking forward to it. Yeah, you have all kinds of stuff going on. But Maggie, what are your thoughts on the CM Punk situation? If everything's being reported by Dave Meltzer, that's true, and it's starting to look like it. I'm thinking based on um, the talk when they first mentioned Tony Schiavone mentioned the Elite on Wednesday. When I first heard that, that was that was when I kind of figured the ball was starting to like roll. That they mentioned that tells me that that was the first hint that something was moving. So it it sucks that we're at this point because CM Punk made things interesting. It's but I want to hear what you think about this.
I'm okay. So the good thing is that ever since we started doing the show, I became more impartial to a lot of the things that are happening in wrestling, and I started to look at things in a different way. And I always like to say that Fightful and like being so close to people doing this for a living actually has made me a smarter fan. And the whole situation with the brawl out and the media scrum after All Out, uh, it made me not want to watch AEW. And I don't think I've said this on the show. I've mentioned this to you on DMs multiple times.
Yeah, you were
I
bummed out.
I was so bummed out because like uh this is another thing I've mentioned on the show. It's when you when you cultivate uh, a family-based locker room, this is the thing that you need to deal with when like these kinds of things happen before, because like if you make friends and family in your workplace, like, and that sort of like talking situation, it's always going to lead into like no good situations, because like if you're professional and act like as if like these people are colleagues and people you work with, and you have to like, you know, have a professional demeanor with them, it's a totally different situation. And especially like Tony Khan not putting a stop to that media scrum definitely didn't help at all. uh yeah, but I am so ridiculously sure that he had no freaking idea what was about to happen. Like
Oh,
he like yeah, at some point the ball kept rolling, and he said it's too it's into too deep right now for me to stop him. Like it's I'm also sure that, what did I say? Why are you laughing?
I'm a child. I'm so
I
sorry.
know, like I know. I was like the moment I said that, I knew. Okay, let's get it out of the way. Laugh as much as you want. I'll wait.
I'm a child. It's in too deep to stop him. I can't help it.
Okay, so you done?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rob,
I'm sorry.
the last time you laughed that hard was when I made the AJ Styles blacklight thing
Yeah.
on the show last year.
Okay, I'm better.
Okay,
Shit.
you done? Okay.
I hope so. Holy
Sweet.
shit.
Oh my god, I broke Rob. Okay. Okay, I forgot what
Okay.
I was saying. Okay, so yeah, the thing, the positive thing out of this is that Tony Khan knows better. Like it's. Do you want to laugh some more?
No, I'm good. I'm trying to hold back.
Okay.
I'm not even looking at comments, so we're good.
Okay, it's fine. So yeah, I suppose that I I am not big enough of a like person to say that I would most definitely would have acted in a different way than the elite. But like the thing is that they're EVPs at the end of the day, and the way they reacted wasn't EVP-ish. It was kind of oozy,
Well,
if that makes sense.
yeah, but the
Uh,
one thing I'll say about that, though, in their defense, is they, from what we understand, I mean, they went to the door, they had the AEW attorney with them. Um, it's
yeah,
kind of, so. I mean, we don't know as far as like what the plan was, because it sounds like they we don't know. I mean, that's the thing. We've heard different things. Like, did they try? Like, we know they didn't try kicking down the door. That
yeah, we know that. Yeah, okay. Look, we were never there. I suppose that
yeah,
we'll never know the entire story, and I don't think we're supposed to. But again, they went there with the best of intentions. I'm sure the way that it transpired wasn't quite that. Uh, it is what it is. It happened, and none of them being on the show, I think, was. And please don't, okay, like fork me, okay, with the
I'm good.
okay, okay. Like this. I I hope you got what I meant because I forgot what the expression was. Anyway,
I'm fine. I'm good.
I think that this was the right call for them to like not have anyone involved in the situation, not be on multiple shows. I think that this was the right call. Not mentioning that whatsoever for more than a month was not, because like people bought tickets for the shows, and like it or not, people love the elite. The elite is in the name of the company. It sucked so much that they weren't on the anniversary show. It felt really wrong for them not to be there, and it also felt incredibly sad. And this was one of the reasons why I was kind of crying at the end of this Dynamite, was because the elite weren't there when Hangman suffered that injury. Like his closest friends weren't there to comfort him and to be by his side while he's going through that, and be in the hospital with him. This
Yeah,
this sucks, and I know that it's not Punk's fault, okay? Like it's like everything happened, it happened, okay? Like uh Punk said a lot of things in that scrum, and it is what it is. I don't think anyone actually knows what his full contract deal is, because I'll something will never stop ringing in my ears, and that's the fact that he said I'm trying to run a company. I will never like stop hearing that because it's weird for me still.
yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what his situation is, if they're trying to buy him out of his contract. um that is so up to them, because we've seen what AEW is without Punk. AEW was amazing before Punk. It was amazing when Punk was injured. It's amazing now. Uh, like a lot of people like me were kind of bummed out, not because Punk wasn't there, but because of the whole situation, and made us feel uncomfortable. Um, but I will never say that Punk's comeback wasn't a big deal for me because his absence in wrestling actually lit a fire under wrestling promotions,
Yeah.
and it made them want to be better, and it opened the door to a lot of people actually expressing what they feel and what they want, and expressing their displeasure to the point of when you actually make a name for yourself because you now know that if you talk about what you want, you're not necessarily going to be in trouble, which is which is supposed to be the the thing in on the first place. Uh, Punk did a lot of things for wrestling. Uh, Punk is a definite Hall of Famer, whatever wrestling promotion decides to induct him into the Hall of Fame. But wrestling can exist without Punk. And we've seen that for years and fucking years. Uh, but it's just an incredibly unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
And he had, like, assuming that this is the case here, he had a wonderful run in AEW. Like, his match against Darby was brilliant.
Yeah.
The MJF thing, oh my god, like this needs to go down in history as one of the best, like, promo works and feuds
Yeah.
and everything. His mini match with Eddie Kingston, like, which like got a pay-per-view match out of it.
Yeah, I was there. It was pretty cool. Wardlow was there
Uh,
too, by the way.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, Wardlow was there. And
yeah.
the one thing I just want to add about this is, it definitely sucks because when CM Punk came back, you're right, it lit a fire under a lot of people. You got to see, I mean, they sold out the United Center without even saying his name. I mean, granted, everybody knew it was him, but I mean, that just shows the power that he had. Like, just the name. Um, and it sucks because he brought back fans too. He did. He really did bring back fans.
Hmm.
And as far as, like, will he go to WWE? That is something that is completely up in the air because we know he's not a Triple H guy. We already know that. The doctor that he ended up getting sued by is no longer in the WWE, so that helps. Now, the one thing that Triple H, Nick Khan, Fox was not happy. Or Fox, at one point, Dave Meltzer reported that Fox was willing to put in money to keep CM Punk from going to AEW. And CM Punk even said on the record that he would negotiate with WWE, but if they did their little crap, it kind of, he didn't say exactly those words, but he goes, if they mess around, I'm not going to do it. He said, if they mess around, I'm not going to do it. And he said they messed around. So he did talk to him, or he listened at least, and they did their thing. CM Punk, as Ace just put in the chat, is pretty tight with Adam Pearce. Very tight with Adam Pearce. I could actually see. We know people can go back to WWE. I can completely see Ace still going back to WWE. He was well
Oh yeah.
liked at the Performance Center. He was really well liked, and he's close with Adam Pearce as well. He's very close with Adam Pearce. So I mean, that it'll be interesting because I know Fox would if Fox was willing to put in money then, they're willing to put in money now. They liked him because they liked him for a couple of different reasons. They liked him for the mixed martial arts part. For granted, they had their Fox sports channel at that time, so it might play a different role now as far as they look at things. But I think they would still take him because they know what kind of what he brings to the table, and it will bring ratings. He's proven that. We do have a super chat from our good friend Tom Talks Rubbish. He says, "What's up, amazing people? What is up, Tom?" I said,
Yeah, be more like Tom. Send a super
yeah.
chat.
And I want to say, dude, thanks for sending that video of you singing at karaoke last night or the night before. I don't know when
Yeah,
you
it
did it.
was so great.
Yeah. Great song, Proclaimers.
Hmm.
And then we got another super chat from Ryan Sullivan. Can we go back to Maggie not wanting forking? I can't let that go. Yep.
I always preferred scissoring, but it's fine.
Yeah. But Maggie, I laughed, so we got to make you laugh.
Are you going to show...
So there you go. There you go.
Will you just stop it? I'm wearing makeup.
Okay. Well.
Jesus.
Okay.
You're just doing that because now you have to search for the frame again and like make it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know.
And while Rob is, yeah, okay. So we actually found the frame faster. Guys, yesterday we taped an episode of After Dark with Josh Robinson because like we're 3 different time zones, Australia, Bulgaria, and United States. So the only way we could make it work was to pre-record it. And like when this show ends at 4:45 p.m. Eastern, it will be live on Fightful Select. Again, it's pre-recorded. But you'll see that this show was recorded while it was actually daytime for me. The lighting was great. My hair was not. But the lighting was great, and I wore 0 makeup because I looked like a normal person, like not like right now, if I'm not wearing makeup. So please, again, after the show, go to Fightful Select and watch the show. But on to the next topic.
Yeah, AEW Dynamite. Maggie, other than the promo, what was some of the things you liked about Dynamite? We'll try to go through Dynamite somewhat quickly so we don't have to go through the entire show. What were some of the things you liked? I mean, we had some really good matches, obviously, like we always do. The opening match was the trios match. You had Death Triangle.
Is Rob being a robot only for me, or is it for everyone? Because like you were like, either I'm having a really bad internet connection or it's you, and I like have no idea about that.
It might have been me. So
yeah, I'm just asking. So I had to actually.
We'll find out in a second when chat says. I'm willing to bet it was me though. But
it's fine.
Oh.
Well, what does the chat say? Oh, Rob's fine for me. Oh, sure, it was probably me. Great. It's my wonderful laptop.
Look, Rob is fine. Rob is fine.
Yes, you are.
Giggity. So
yeah, it's actually the promo. Like I have, okay. First of all, like it started with as you mentioned, the World Trios Championship titles being defended. As you mentioned, this was the part when they mentioned the Elite on commentary, and this like actually was kind of hopeful for me. We saw a dissension between Phoenix and Pac, which is probably like gonna be the reason why they lose those championships.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna lose it, and they're gonna lose them they're gonna lose them to the Elite, I think.
Well, that's the obvious way to go, but I was kind of thinking that they'll like that Best Friends would have won, but then again, they like faces versus faces for the championships. It's really weird because like Death Triangle are weird because Phoenix comes out of the face tunnel. Penta is from the center, okay? And like Pac comes out of the heel tunnel. Like it's weird. What are you drinking, by the way?
Water.
Okay. I can hear the ice in it really distinctly because of my new headphones. Yeah, okay, so I like the women's championship match because like it's Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. Like it's you cannot expect that to be a bad match. We saw the return of Riho, which I really loved, and now that she's here, maybe we can finally get fucking answers about why he fucking shoved Yuka Sakazaki like back in 2020. Can I finally know why that happened? Do you remember that?
Yeah, until you brought it up, I haven't thought about it since probably then.
Seriously, I've like every time I see Riho come back, because like she's come back like 5 times already, and I was like, oh great, can we now know why she shoved Yuka Sakazaki? Because like it was a really heartbreaking moment, because Yuka has this really anime face,
Yeah. Yes.
and she looked so devastated when it happened. I actually cried. Okay, I need answers, and I need them now. Like we got the like sort of answer about who threw the pie of Kevin Owens' face. It was Vince. Okay, it was fucking Vince. If you don't know, but I need to know why Riho shoved Yuka Sakazaki. Okay, I really need to know that. That's the most important thing about this match. FTR and Swerve in Our Glory are about to face on next week's Dynamite, if I'm correct. Is this
Yes.
correct? Yeah, okay. But like, why are they having a number one contenders match when FTR have been number one contenders for 5 years and they haven't utilized all that? It fucking
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think this is their way of. I think this is their way
Of
of
making
maybe.
it longer.
Well, no, well that, and I think it's finally their way of, and I could be wrong. Obviously, I could be wrong. This might be the way they can finally move on from Swerve and Keith Lee. They can maybe have like them lose, and one of them finally turns on the other, which I think it's obviously going to be Swerve turning on Keith Lee.
Yeah,
That
but which begs to differ. What it should be the other way around, because we all
oh
expect it to be.
yeah, no, that's the thing. It should be. Yeah, and I agree with Scott George. There's something's definitely up with this, with the booking. But in a
It's
way,
so weird.
yeah, because they have 3 different sets of titles on them, but they don't like
But they're
booking them.
still not over. They're still not. They're
Like
over
with
with us, like
yeah,
because we love them. But like they can't get booked in the company they work for.
yeah,
How is this not frustrating? And our biggest love to Jackie. Okay, like I will
yeah.
always mention Jackie when we talk about FTR
Oh
forever
yeah,
and ever and
absolutely.
ever. Yes. Then actually the Renee Paquette and Brian Danielson and Wheeler Yuta segment aired the backstage. I like that because like of course it's Brian Danielson and Renee. Okay, it's always gonna be amazing, and there's actual chemistry between them. The thing is that I liked the way Renee is doing things in AEW, because I actually, if she was like the one with the microphone backstage and whatever, and it would have been like weird, but like the way she portrayed herself in that backstage interview, that was great. And they always also had a really funny thing with her backstage with the Acclaimed, and they wanted to scissor, but she was like no, and she like took it like no, like this is great, because we have on the one hand Renee's serious side, because she loves this and she's good at what she does, like she
Oh
at
yeah,
her job. Yeah, she's amazing at that, like the way she does it. And on the other hand, you can see her amazing sense of humor with her body language. This is great. Like I love it, because like she was never gonna do that in WWE. So I'm so glad that she gets the opportunity to do that in AEW.
yeah.
The Ring of Honor World Championship between Chris Jericho and Dalton Castle. Okay, so if you're not on board on Dalton Castle, you must be on board with Dalton Castle after watching this match. I was about to hate on Chris Jericho's reign as Ring of Honor champion, but I can see why they did it. Like he's been having amazing matches, and I kind of think that he's having the time of his life.
Well, thank
Guys,
you
that's
for
my
that.
sister. Hi.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, okay, sis. I have an actually really funny story about this shirt, guys. This is a new shirt that I'm wearing, and because I have this thing I always wash my new clothes before wearing them for the first time. Okay, I always do that, and I had it on the dryer, and my mom was here, Daffy, and I was like, look at what I bought, and I'm so glad. Yeah, I outed you. I'm so glad that I finally was able to find this shirt, because uh there's a little something inside for you guys. I'm probably one of the biggest simps for Kaylee Cuoco. Like, I love this woman. She's so ridiculously beautiful. She is so I adore her. So she has a blouse like that. So I actually was able to find this in a secondhand shop. I love secondhand shops. So I washed it and I have it on the dryer. And my mom was uh was visiting me with my dad, and I was like, look at what I finally had. And she was like, how many pajamas do you want? And I'm like, that's a shirt, Mom. And she was like, oh, bye.
Wow, that's I could s- I could see my mom actually not doing the pajamas thing, but she like, why do you have so many shirts that
No,
you?
she because I have a pajama problem. Okay, like, I have
Oh, I
way
get.
more pajamas than I should. Like, there's this shop here, and it's right next to my supermarket, and that's not fair, because, like, every time I go shopping, and then I was like, oh yeah, sure, why don't I go in that store? And every time I leave with another pajamas set. Okay, like, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I have a pajama problem, and, like, she's always like, how many pajamas do you have?
Very nice. I don't know, like with Gresham there, like to dethrone Jericho. I can't help but think the
I
Gresham
suppose it's
thing's
probably gonna
uh,
be Gresham. It's
maybe we'll have to. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe they just let things cool down for a little bit longer. But
I suppose, yeah.
um, yeah, I liked obviously the promo, just amazing promo, very good. The thing, the yeah, the promos, everything promo wise stood out to me. The more than the ending, even the promo at the main event, Moxley and Hangman. Obviously, we know what happened, and that that made this show go from like what I felt like a episode where you would talk about an all timer, not necessarily from an all timer that you would remember the matches, but from an all timer of, and it still is from the promo aspect, but
Ryan, I will murder you.
from from the aspect of you would remember the promo, not the matches that happened that night, but now you'll remember the promo, and you also remember we didn't know what happened to Hangman. We didn't know if it was a head issue or if it was the
I
neck,
had no
or
idea. Yeah.
yeah, we didn't know, and a lot like I know you were emotional. You even told me, and I was like I was devastated because I didn't know what. Obviously, I didn't know what could happen because I was thinking about his family first off, because I know he, like I told you, he has a young child. He's married. I mean, and still he's a wrestler. I don't want any wrestler hurt. I don't want anybody hurt. But like Hangman, somebody that we love, like nobody. Hangman's one of those guys that um, he's for the most part one of those wrestlers that I think will almost always be universally loved, and I say that because of just the way he is. He's not going to be like a Kane, you know, somebody that's just
Hope so.
like, yeah, God. You talk about somebody that, I mean, that's a whole different story. We're not getting into that, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to be somebody like that. Maybe The Rock. I'm not saying like star wise. I'm just talking about how people will always really love him.
Yeah, and
And
he'll eventually have a weird ass heel run that
yeah,
no one will ever remember.
yeah. So, but yeah, that stood out. And yeah, those were my big takeaways from Dynamite. That's really it. The promo, outstanding. I loved how they brought like everything. They brought
Everything.
they broke that fourth wall
Everything.
down. Um,
So
they
much. And I
yeah
love the way that they mentioned WWE without making it about WWE, you
yeah
know?
yeah
Just
absolutely.
like because it's real life. It was actually real life. And do you know what I thought right after that promo? Do you feel like when you take each and every 10-star MJF promo that he's done in AEW, when you take all those promos and you combine them into one, it's as if he's laying breadcrumbs leading to the story about why he's like that.
Yeah,
You know?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
At the
think
end of the day, we're gonna have the biggest baby face in MJF. You have no idea. That's
I think so.
ridiculous storytelling. Ridiculous storytelling.
And what I was gonna say, and I want to say give a shout out to Jesse Velasquez for having me on his podcast yesterday, Wrestling Unplugged. We talked about this yesterday, and I made a when we talked about it, I kind of made a point that I'm wondering, as a far as a prediction, I go, wouldn't it be kind of if they don't want him to turn heel yet? What is the one thing that you could do just to make him like an absolute bastard still? And
That too. That
and
too.
I'm like,
Because
but
as he said,
and
he's the devil. He's the devil.
yeah, what I said is like what I honestly said is I'm like, what you have to do is you have to have William Regal turn on John Moxley because they're already
Yeah.
looking like you look at BCC, it already looks like it's falling apart from the standpoint of Wheeler Yuta and Bryan Danielson there. I mean, so it's already looking kind of like it's falling apart a little bit. Who knows? I'm not saying this will happen, but they're they have a way out if this is the way they want to do it. Is
I know.
basically what I'm
I know.
saying.
Hmm.
So it'll be interesting. But yeah, that promo unbelievable. I love how they broke the wall. They talked about it. They didn't say the three letters, and they didn't need to because they just didn't need to. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was, and that was one of those promos where it felt like you were watching a movie. It felt like you were there. You could see a young MJF talking to a William Regal, like being there, talking, like hearing William Regal talk to this kid. I've seen the photos of William Regal and John Moxley at a GCW show when they were both under WWE contracts. They were just watching that in when they basically scout. I mean, Moxley would just go to watch wrestling because he loved it, but William Regal was scout, so he's seen a lot of these guys, and there's been wrestlers that he's met that he doesn't remember even ever seeing, and they've
Yeah.
talked about that. So it's just one of those things where I could actually see what they were talking about. And are there things that they could have added in this? Possibly, but it felt true. It felt like a real autobiography type moment, like something that you would see that was based on a true story where they're actually showing everything that happened.
Yeah.
That's the way it felt. It was amazing. It was
He
like I
said
said,
that he wanted to kill himself.
that part
Like that's
that was
ah
deep. That
yeah.
part was very deep, and as somebody that's been at that part in their life, that was deep, and I, if that's where if that was part of the story that he wanted out, okay. I mean, that's fine. Everybody has a way of wanting it's his story to tell. It just made me even
Of
more
course, yeah.
uncomfortable. So it's not my place to say you
I I
can't do
sup-
that.
I, I suppose that was the whole point of that
Yeah,
promo
yeah, and
itself.
it was
Yeah.
yeah, and like I've talked about it on here. So why am I the one to say you can't do that? It's dumb of me
Mm-hmm,
to say
mm-hmm.
that. So it was just like, oh man, like I understood why he did it, but I didn't like. I think it is I hated that he's gone through that is what it is because I've gone through that. That's what.
Yeah, it's also the fact that he's so ridiculously cocky and confident now. It's just hard to believe that he's gone through that, and then when you realize it, and you're like, well, of course, like he's a normal person, like he's a man, like why he has feelings, he has needs, they weren't fulfilled. So yeah, so it happens to everyone. So this might actually help people,
Yeah.
knowing
Oh, I
that
hope it does.
knowing that a person like MJF actually went through that and became that. Like people may actually get inspired.
Yeah, they might seek help. Just like look at, was it September when AEW did those? It was the mental health month when
Yes.
they even our good friend Chris, who's going to be with us in a few minutes. He did part of the stories interviews with people that have suffered from mental health problems, and even like they've done commercials saying that we got your back, stuff like that. It's
Yes.
it's it's I hope, like, if it was, and I've said this, if it helped one person, it was worth it.
It was worth it. So
Yeah.
so Ryan, I will politely ask you to quit, please.
She's going to tell you to quit your shit before she bans you. She will.
Please. And so now, Hangman. Guys, what you actually don't know is that before I go to bed, I text Rob and say, please text me if you want me to do reactions, okay? And this is like the only thing I ever see on Twitter, and like I don't watch at the timeline. I just look at the DM, and then he DM, yes, please do reactions, and then like sometime later he was like, you know what? No, don't do reactions. And I was like, are you sure? You don't want me to do reactions? And because I hadn't watched the show. And he was like, yeah, like don't do reactions. And I was really puzzled by that. And then I watched the show and I was like, yeah, okay, I get it now. It was so frightening. I had no idea what was happening. And then Moxley started that promo. Oh my God, he started talking about hoping that he can again play with his child and talk. And I was like, what the hell is happening? And then they unscrew the lower rope so they can get him out. And I was like, please, God, no. Like, no, please. And then immediately got on Twitter and saw that it's a concussion. There is nothing just about a concussion, just FYI, like concussions suck. I've had a concussion. It's awful and it sucks. And you must not sleep for a long time after a concussion. It's forbidden for you to fall asleep right after a concussion. So again, I was devastated then that the Bucks and Kenny weren't there. I was also devastated that I hope he's fine. I hope he takes care of himself. Like concussions are nothing to joke about, first of all. And second of all, there is no actual timeline in which he can be better because like look at Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen him in quite some time. And he was out with a concussion. Like it can be a long time before he can come back. And the thing is that not only you need some time to recover physically, you need some time to recover like mentally and emotionally, because like that's having a concussion is kind of gets you, okay? Because like at that time you realize that you're not doing a safe thing. Yep. And that's your body telling you to put on the brakes. And well wishes to Hangman and his family. Like I hope he gets the rest he deserves. I hope he takes care of himself. And please, like, this like Hangman's health is obviously way more important than our entertainment. But I'll be so happy when I see him on my television again wrestling,
Yeah.
because he does this so well and he loves his job. But again, his health is way more important.
Yeah. Well, moving on, we'll do the AEW Rampage preview real quick. Tonight, you have Roosh taking on 10 and Orange Cassidy. They made it a triple threat match for the Mid Atlantic title. If you haven't seen the promo for it, I definitely recommend getting on YouTube, or I assume it's on YouTube, but I meant to say Twitter. Check it out. It's actually hilarious how they did it. You have Penelope Ford taking on Willow Nightingale. Title versus trademark, the Acclaim taking on the Varsity Athletes, Tony Nese and Josh Woods. And then the FTW Championship, Ari Daivari taking on the champion, Hook. And I will not be there.
Daivari.
Yeah, I will not be there. I was wanting to go, but plans unfortunately changed. So, yeah, that's your AEW Rampage. We're going to do NXT recap real quick, and then we'll get into predictions with Chris.
I'm so like I cannot wait to hear what Chris sounds in my new headphones.
You're gonna like. I hope. What if it's not good though? No, I'm
There's
kidding.
no way.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. Wait.
I can't believe you even said that.
I know. I'm just
how
joking.
Dare you?
I know. How dare you? How dare you? NXT recap, just real quick. Maggie, what was some of the moments that stood out for you?
Oh, let me just look at my freaking notes.
Well, you had Rhea Ripley.
Oh yes, I know what stood up. JD don't Google me.
Yeah, that was hilarious, but it was also kind of like, whoa, it was not a. Because you know what people did, they went and Googled.
I know, and now they know. And I was okay. You know, Kevin Owens, he's gonna get away with everything, right? Like because he's Kevin Owens, and he can do whatever the hell he wants, and people love him, and well, not everything, but like most stuff. Okay, so I know that he was probably trying to get over with the crowd, but like when you say that, it's almost as if he's supporting the fact that we as fans don't like JD McNutt gonna work there for much longer.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's so it's I have so many questions, and all of them are filled with love for Kevin Owens. It's just of course, first of all, like they ran head to head with AEW again, first for a long while. So of course they had WWE's main roster talent hop on the show through the entire night. I suppose that it was thought of before that, because there were talks about that even before they realized that they were going to go head to head.
Yep.
I don't care, but like it worked because like but that's the sad thing, that NXT was kind of enjoyable because of Kevin Owens and because of Rhea and because of like and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like it was fun because of that, and not because of the NXT stars. Like it was fun because of the NXT stars, but the NXT stars from the past, that's not that's not gonna work. And Shinsuke Nakamura was so great. I would never understand why he was in that situation. Like, why would he take money from Tony D'Angelo when he's clearly having all the money he wants just so he can fucking surf all day? Okay.
Well, that's I think Sean said it in the he might have said it, or somebody might have said it in the Fightful chat, like in the Fightful news chat, that he just wanted a new surfboard, like, and he didn't want to spend money for it, so he just thought he'd just go kick somebody's ass and get paid for it, and buy a new surfboard with it.
Yeah, and buy a new surfboard, sure. Like, why not?
Yeah.
So I was like, the love that Shinsuke Nakamura got is just so great. I really want Sheamus in NXT for a while. Just ride the wave, because I feel like Sheamus is having the time of his life right now because of the Sandcastle pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So wish he can hop on NXT for a while, just for a couple of matches. Let's see what else happened.
Yeah, I liked Cameron Grimes in the OC versus
that was great.
Yeah,
that was great. Yeah,
the smell and the money.
Yeah, I know.
Gallows is hilarious to me. I know a lot of people like.
I know. People like the Good Brothers. Like, I'm not that big of a fan.
I love them,
but like it's fine. Okay. I like. Why would Raquel Rodriguez just like get disqualified? Like, I will never understand that.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't even like beat up Cora Jade that much. Okay, like she only hit her. Cora got out of the ring, and Raquel was yeah, like, I got you. You got nothing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You got what? So yeah, what was something else that Carmelo Hayes? I sure hope, but we're gonna talk about that afterwards when we get Chris on the show. Yeah,
let's go ahead and bring him on. Chris from Bleacher Report, our good friend and the voice of God. He is here. How you doing, Chris? As you're in the middle of the screen so that means I got to get rid of this. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah,
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for hanging out.
Am I low or high? I was like playing with my mic.
Oh, I think you're playing with something else there.
you were just right.
Yeah.
Right,
hold on.
Maggie. Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
You must sound pretty good in those new headphones because
it's so good.
Jesus Christ.
Like the new profile picture?
Yeah.
Can you say Wardlow for her? Just like really slow.
Wardlow.
Oh my God.
Gonna have to...
I'm actually red. Can you see my face?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh fuck. Okay.
Why do you think I'm not on camera? Maggie always makes me blush too.
Yeah. Jesus. Good God.
Can we just get along?
What's that? You can't even talk.
I just go. Continue, please.
All right. Well, Chris, I mean, first, before we get into NXT, your last interview that you had, unless I'm mistaken, was with Tony Storm of AEW. That was pretty cool.
Tony was great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was pretty cool. What was like? Was there anything that like surprised you, like from her, like talking to her? Like, just was there something that you learned about her? That's just something I want to know. I wasn't planning on asking you about it, but it was something that came to me while I was waiting for Maggie to.
I wouldn't
calm down.
I wouldn't say anything was shocking or anything like that. She was just a really like.
Okay.
She was just a fun person to chat with, like very energetic and bubbly and
bubbly.
Bubbly, good personality. Like, just seemed happy. She seemed happy when we were talking. Like, she was in a good mood, and
it's probably your voice. Have you mentioned that?
Jesus.
I don't know.
You just need to start writing down words for him to say, Maggie.
Sorry.
Yeah. But all right. Well,
somebody else already wrote a whole book of words she's having me say.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
It's a good book.
Nice.
Ryan continues to be a smart ass in the comments. I'm gonna ban his ass.
Oh, that's new.
What's he doing now?
So, anyways, Halloween Havoc is tomorrow. We'll go ahead and start off with the spin the wheel match. We have it in here twice, but make the deal match. Apollo Crews taking on Grayson Waller. Walla. I think you got to go Grayson still. That's who I'm going with. But
you think that this must be the way they're going because it's Grayson Waller and he's like, the NXT star, and you suppose that at some point Apollo Crews needs to go back to the main roster, but why? I don't know. Like, what's the thing with what's with the eye and the blood? And someone please explain it to me. I'm not getting it, and I so do not care about the story, and it's has nothing to do with the wrestlers themselves because they're doing their best. Okay, like the storyline is weird. Why would he go about with a diary in public and just write in the diary in public? Why is this happening? Yeah, like why should you do that? It's a secret diary and people shouldn't probably know about its existence, okay? And like he's writing it really publicly as if he's crying for attention. Like, why wouldn't you want to shove your pen in his eye? Like, this is
I thought that was going somewhere else again.
No, it's not. I swear.
Okay, that's fine.
I have no idea. Someone explained this feud to me because I don't get it. Like, Grayson Waller is just incredibly annoying, and it's working because he's supposed to be. I hate his finisher because he needs to get out of the ring, run for a while, and then come into the ring and do a fucking stunner. Why is this a thing?
That part, I don't know. And the thing is, I like Apollo Crews, but this I don't get. I really don't get this feud at all, and I don't know why he's acting the way he is because. I mean, the dude, less than, maybe it was 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, but AJ Styles, he wasn't running from AJ Styles, but he's, it just doesn't make sense. That's what I agree. It doesn't make sense. And I can't tell you because I don't get it. Yeah. Chris, what do you think? No, and well, Maggie, who do you think wins?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't care. Like Grayson. Okay.
Okay, there you go. All right, Chris, let's go with you.
I'm still not totally sure if Apollo going back to NXT is like his rebrand or if they just want to push Waller and Crews is kind of the veteran they're deciding to use to put him over. I think it'll probably be Grayson, but I would not be shocked if Apollo ended up winning here.
Jesus, Maggie's losing it again. Look at that.
You just couldn't let me have that, didn't you?
Well, no, I can't help it. I'm just like
I legitimately was not looking at the screen, so I look up and then I just saw her face for a second. I was before Rob said that.
Wow. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin a moment.
We just talk about NXT.
No, we were trying, but I'm like, wow. Just sorry. Go ahead before I rudely interrupted.
Oh, I'm done. I think it'll probably.
No, you're not. Talk more.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you do the ambulance match first, then.
I was gonna say we got 5 more matches to go through.
Julius Creed versus Damon Kemp. If Julius loses, Brutus Creed will have to leave NXT. What do you think about this one?
I mean, the Creed brothers aren't leaving NXT, and I don't necessarily think they're getting called up right now.
Yeah.
So I think Damon is taking the L here.
I do too. I do, and probably, I think Roderick Strong gets involved. And
yeah, but why would they put up this stipulation?
Yeah.
Did they have a stipulation for Kemp? They don't. Like, if he loses, what happens if he loses? This. They don't have a stipulation for that.
I didn't see anything on the preview talking about if he had a stipulation for him.
No, he didn't. But why have one single stipulation, which probably kind of makes me feel like it's gonna be a fuck finish. I will never forgive Caden for teaching me about fuck finish. This is the best term ever.
So do you think both of them will end up in the ambulance? Like somebody will come in and beat the crap out of both
Probably
of them and throw them.
something would happen. Like neither will win, but if I have to pick, I will just barely say that Bruce will that Kemp will either win or no one will win this match, because it's funny that it doesn't have a stipulation about him. This is strange for me.
Do you think because my memory sucks, did they ever show Damon actually physically beating up Roderick Strong? Did they ever show that?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, there was that video where he talked about it, but I can't remember if any of the clips he put in there.
They had some closure. They had some closure about that.
Because I couldn't remember any.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say if there was never any like physical, like if they never showed anything physical, I was gonna say like I can completely see this being a
yes, and this is the most accurate comment ever. It's an ambulance match. We all lose because they fucking suck. Okay, like this is one of the stipulations that I am most likely not looking forward to.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite NFL like team or whatever? I don't.
Do you watch NFL?
I have not watched football regularly in a long time. Okay. But you know, I'm a Chicago guy, so I just automatically root for the Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Seth Rollins. I gotta admit, Seth Rollins like pops me with those. I love football. I hate football.
I hate football.
I know, and I feel his pain every time.
All right. Moving on, we got the spin the wheel, make the deal, weapons wild match with Roxanne Perez taking on Cora Jade. I think Roxanne Perez needs this win. I think Cora Jade doesn't. I say give it to Roxanne.
Cora Jade needs an attitude adjustment, and because I have never, in recent memory, because again my memory sucks, I have not seen a weirder heel turn than Cora's. I'm not buying into that heel run at all, because you can so tell that this is so out of character for her and she's not doing it well. It's weird. She tries so hard to be AJ Lee, but she's so not AJ Lee, because she was just so good, and AJ Lee could pull off everything. Okay. And we all know how much Cora Jade loves AJ, like, don't we all? But it doesn't do her any favors, because I feel like if she actually stepped out of her shadow for a bit, then she could actually like be herself way more. And I think that it's getting in the way of her pulling off a heel run, and it's just weird for me. Like I feel like Roxanne should win. Cora Jade should like maybe not be on NXT for a while, and then when she comes back, she's like with a makeover, like a new personality or whatever, because like it's not working for me. And when we started doing the show with Rob, I actually said that I cannot wait to see what Cora Jade does in NXT, because I was so in love with what she was like. I like watching her. I like seeing her perform and getting better and better. And now I'm like kind of bored with her, and this sucks. And I want her to go away just so she can come back and be herself again. And I don't even mean for her to be a face again. Like, I mean something that she'll be comfortable doing, because I don't think she's comfortable doing that.
Okay. I see that. That's a good point. But the ladder match, you have Carmelo Hayes.
Did Chris say anything about the match?
I thought he did. My bad. Sorry, my bad.
I will never forget if Chris has talked or not.
Okay, well that's okay. My bad. I thought. Okay, go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No, it's okay. This is one of those matches that I I honestly don't really care who wins. I think both of them could use it, but I do probably think Roxanne has a little bit of a better chance here. That being said, like, I'm still not all in on Cora yet. There's something unfinished about her character. I don't know how else to put it. Like,
Exactly.
it always feels like she's really trying to be something instead of just being what or who she is. I don't know if that's true or if it's just that she's, young and inexperienced and nervous. Who knows? But I think being a heel is not doing it for her. She does not have that bad girl persona down. Like Dakota Kai pulled that off really well after a phenomenal
Flawlessly.
babyface run. Dakota turned into one of the best heels that division had. I just don't think Cora has that in her, and I think her ability to go forward is going to rely on a babyface turn at some point. But also, like, I think she can be much funnier if they allow her to be. There's something about her where it's like I could see her making people laugh, but not in like
Yeah.
a comedy character kind of way, like in a sarcastic kind of way. Like, remember how she cooked Darby Allin on Twitter that one time?
Yeah, this is exactly what I thought.
Like that kind of like biting remark. That's the kind of thing she should be doing a little more often.
Yeah, and actually, the thing I wanted to add, do you guys remember why she turned heel? She never held NXT gold ever. Then Roxanne comes along, helps her hold actual NXT gold, and she turns on her. Like, this is the most illogical heel turn ever. Like, someone helps you get more money, and then you turn on that someone and throw that money in the trash bin. Like, why would you do it? That was so weird and so stupid. Like, this was the main thing that I had a problem with. If the material for her heel run was actually good, I would have no problem with that. But like, it started off from the very start so stupid and so illogical that it kind of got ruined for me from the very start. It's not good.
Agreed.
All right.
Say that one more time.
Agreed.
Okay.
Ladder match for the vacant NXT North America Championship: Carmelo Hayes versus Mensah versus Wes Lee versus Von Wagner versus Nathan Fraser. Man, if they don't give it to Carmelo Hayes, they just need to bring him up, or at least put him in the world title picture. They got to do one of the two. They just have to. That's the way I feel. So if they don't give him the North American title, I really don't know. This is like one of those things where I don't like picking two people, but that's the way in this match it is, because that's how I feel. Like, if it's got to be Carmelo Hayes, unless they're doing one of those two options. Like, you can't let him lose. That's the only thing. Like, he has to be going for the NXT World Championship, or he has to be going up to the main roster. One of the two.
If there's one person who I think will fit in really well to be 3-time North American champion, it's Carmelo Hayes, because no one's ever done it before. Am I wrong? I don't think ever. Yeah, I'm again. My memory sucks, so this should be a thing. Either I would love it if Nathan Fraser won it, because but I love Ben Carter. Like, Nathan Fraser is a horrible name. Please, Jesus, no. Like, get rid of that name, seal it into an envelope, and put it in your ass. Like, this should not be a thing. I hate that name. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Bring back Ben Carter. Like, what was wrong with Ben Carter? So I would
Wait,
love it if
you mean Nash Carter?
No.
Ben Carter.
Carter
That
was
was Nathan Fraser's previous
Oh,
name.
that's right. I'm sorry. For some reason, I got confused and thought you were talking about Lee for a moment.
No. No. Nathan Fraser, and I will always accidentally call him Nathan Fillion because it's it's a weird mashup between Brendan Fraser and Nathan Fillion. Like it's their love child. This is stupid. Like bring back Ben Carter, okay? Like
yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah,
So
and that's why
I
they
would
do.
love it. Yeah,
That's why they do it. The
I
trademark.
know
That's why
it's
they.
trademark.
No, I know.
I
I'm
don't
just
care.
saying.
I will give
Yeah.
them money.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying to Ace, like we know it's that because that's why they
We
did
know,
that stupid
Ace.
shit
Thank
with
you.
Gunther. They did the stupid shit with Pete Dunne.
Yeah,
L.A. Knight.
La night. So
Knight.
yeah, I hope it's Carmelo because he deserves it, and he's one of the reasons why I watch NXT. Actually, so I'm putting my money on Carmelo Hayes, but I wouldn't hate it if anyone gets it except for Von Wagner. Okay, anyone but him. If they give it to Von Wagner, I will fucking jump out of somewhere. Okay, like this.
Well, don't do that. So okay,
I know, like anyone but him, please. Like he's no, like zero charisma. I will do better. No, never. Please, no.
Wow.
All right, Doc.
Yeah. Well, for one, Gargano held it 3 times.
Thank you.
So Carmelo could tie him.
Sure.
And I do think that is, if he is not being called up right away, then that is the best outcome. However, the North American title, they're clearly willing to put that on either smaller guys or people that they want to test. So I could actually kind of see Lee getting this. It feels like they want to do something with him, even as a singles guy. And we saw Leon Ruff get a little bit of a run with it. Why not a guy like Wesley?
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, that's a good call. Moving on to the NXT Women's Championship, Mandy Rose taking on Alba Fire.
I think this is it. This is it. Mandy Rose loses that fucking championship. She gets called up. Alba Fire, which I'm probably more okay with. I'm probably more okay with that name, like more than Nathan Fraser. Jesus, I almost did it. Yeah, so I would love it if she becomes champion because I love her. I loved her in NXT UK and I miss her there. I miss NXT UK. It's so weird not watching NXT UK. I miss it so much. But that's it. I'm over it. Please. Mandy has been so good for NXT. She's become more and more of a wrestler when she came back to NXT because like she always had the talent, but I don't think she was quite there yet when she got called up to the main roster. She came back to NXT and like suddenly she became like what she was supposed to be on the main roster for years and years. And like if she goes back and she can have amazing matches, but please, the whole group of Toxic Attraction, like they're so ready and they need a tag team there because like they don't have any. Okay, I'm not saying that they have any women's tag teams in NXT. They really don't, but probably like mush those titles together. I don't know. Probably. So yeah, like Alba Fire, it's time. Okay, pull the trigger. It's happening. She's losing. Like Mandy Rose is losing the title. Okay, if it's not happening, like I'm giving up. Okay, like she'll retire with that championship.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, her reign has been too long, in my opinion. and I don't think they're getting anything out of keeping the belt on her anymore. I honestly, everything Maggie just ran down is everything that I think too. Like, put the belt on Alba, bring Mandy up with Gigi and JC, and let them be one of the couple of regular tag teams. And let's see what they can do. We've already seen Gigi and Jane. Are you okay?
Say Gigi again.
Gigi? What am I saying it wrong? Gigi.
No, it's cute. So
Jesus.
carry on.
I am lost.
I don't. Me too, but it's okay.
I'm not. I'm not.
So
I'm
anyway,
having the best time.
so Dolan and Jane.
Jesus.
No, we've already kind of had a little bit of them on the main roster, so keep that going. But Alba Fire is a great choice to take Mandy down. She'll have some awesome matches with the other girls that are down there right now, and yeah, like, just Mandy has been there for way too long. We need to get her out of there. Bring her back to Otis. Give us the love story we all want.
No!
Oh my God.
She's gonna be. Oh no! In the academy. Oh fuck! Oh shit! And no, do you know
People
that
loved it.
Otis can actually fall in love with Gigi, and Mandy can be jealous. Oh, the story!
That would be great. I absolutely loved it. It was great.
And then Gable is just off to the side, like, so JC, what are you doing? And she's like, leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good. That's good stuff, pal. I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
Gable would make that work so well. He's
He
so
will.
good.
Gable makes everything work that he's not supposed to, okay? But he does it somehow.
This year, there are 3 people on the main roster who are my MVPs. Zayn. Zayn, Rollins, Gable. Gable.
These are the 3 options.
He is killing it. I mean, Kevin Owens is always great too.
Sure.
But Gable, like, this has been a great year for him, and I want Alpha Academy to get some flowers. Like, give them the titles for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that idea. And the final match, the triple threat match for the NXT Championship. JD, don't McDougal me. McGoogle me. I said McDoodle me. Dragunov and Braun Breaker. I am going with Dragunov, and I'll tell you why. Because that right there, Maggie sound. No, I want Dragunov to win because I think if you're going to put it, they're doing this with Europe, if you want people to watch, have the NXT champion go into that show with it, and then maybe in January, February, after the show starts, like a couple weeks, you take that title off of them after they have their own championship or whatever they do. I don't know. Maybe that's what I think. I think you go in there. I know some people think Austin Theory will maybe cash in. I'm fine with that.
I will barf forever.
Wait. That's a thing people are throwing around, that Austin Theory will cash in on the NXT title?
Yeah, well, because he came out at the end of NXT holding the briefcase.
I didn't see that. Oh wow.
You're a lucky man.
I don't have to cover NXT, so I sometimes skip it.
What do you cover?
I cover Raw.
Don't answer that.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know where she was going with that. I know where she was going with that.
The chat knows where I was going with that.
Good.
Okay.
She's dirty.
Move along.
She's a dirty girl.
If this happens, I'm going to barf forever. And I hope not. Yes, I'm hoping for Ilya Dragunov. Jesus, no. No. If Dragunov wins, then it happens exactly how Rob explained it, and I couldn't explain it better myself. Yeah, and probably JD is gonna get pinned because I would only assume that Breaker is gonna get called up. Maybe after Royal Rumble? Like he can probably go away for a while for 2 months, and then he can debut at the Rumble. I'm fine with that because like debuting at the Rumble is always something good. You don't get a visual of getting pinned even if you lose. You just go get thrown away, thrown out. It's fine, but I hope Ilya wins. If JD wins, I'm going to, and I will only say it fucking once. I will hope for a Theory cash in. I will hope for a Theory cash in because I do not want that creepy fucker to be an NXT champion.
I like this, Corey. This is good.
Oh, that would be amazing.
This is why Corey is the best, okay? Like, he gets some ideas that a normal person like me would never do. Like, his brain works on a different level.
I don't know how, but my nipples got like really sensitive there. Just
Okay.
Wow.
See, it's not only me.
No, I don't know how this happened. Hell, now I want.
Doc, how are you doing?
Guys, I just want to remind you, you're not even behind the paywall yet.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know.
Good. But geez, Corey coming into a clutch there.
So yeah, what do you think?
I feel like Ilya taking the belt and pinning JD is a good way to protect Braun. So I do like that. It's another one where I'm not going to be shocked if Braun retains because I don't know what their plan is for him yet.
I don't think they have a plan.
And don't we already know that there will be another NXT event in December now?
Yep.
Okay, so if Braun holds it, he'll probably drop it there. But yeah, I actually think Ilya winning would be the best way to end the show.
Yeah, and like maybe, and that's an option too. Just maybe you have your main event for the December show where Austin Theory challenges Dragunov at that one, you know. But yeah, that's Halloween Havoc coming up pretty soon tomorrow at I think 7:00 Eastern. I think they're doing it at 7. It could be 8. I know I should be prepared for that, but I'm not. So
well,
yeah. So Saturday on Peacock. So check it out. Otherwise, if you're international, it is going to be on the WWE Network.
Maggie, what's it like still using the WWE Network?
it's so great. You have no idea.
I miss it so much.
Everything works. Nothing lags. It's so great.
Okay, it is 8 p.m. Eastern. So thank you very much, Scott, for that. 8 p.m. Eastern.
Probably a 30-minute pre-show like usual, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matches. Booker T saying dumb things on commentary.
Ugh.
It's not working for me.
We don't
Not
need to
at
get into
all.
that.
Well, before we let you go, Chris, are you going to be seeing
Plug your
Black?
shit.
Yeah, well, plug your shit. But are you going to be seeing Black Adam this weekend or anytime soon?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I unfortunately already had one big thing ruined for me.
So, well, don't ruin it for us.
I won't. I won't. I'm just like, I don't know. I'll probably wait until it's on streaming in 5 weeks because it seems like that's the turnaround nowadays.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It feels like, yeah.
But yeah, people can find me on Twitter at BR_doctor and on Bleacher Report, being an idiot. And yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that. And like always, we'll plug your work whenever something comes up, and we appreciate you joining us. And
thank you
we
so
hope you
much for
yeah, and Maggie wants to say thank you for talking. And Jesus, but this is so weird. But okay, well, thanks.
It's not
buddy.
weird for me at all.
I know it's not weird for you. It's just weird.
I know she's just messing with me, but
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
No, you. Okay.
Anyway, guys, but thank you for having me, and I will just end by saying bye, Maggie.
Bye.
Bye. Jesus. All right. See you, buddy.
See ya.
But All right. So that was Doc. He's such a good guy. So
Sure.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Halloween Havoc. It's going to be better than last year's, I think, with it being on being a actual event compared to being on the USA Network, an actual episode.
Do you want to get our frame back, or?
Yeah, well, I will here shortly. We're going to go ahead and do this.
A damn fine cup of coffee.
Yes,
Sorry.
I was saying that we should do a Cooper effect while you were trying to get our frame back.
Yeah.
So, guys, the first Cooper effect this week is about our amazing friend Cher. We just wanted to say how much we adore her, we love her, and we support her through everything that she's going through right now. Please send her your all your love, all your hugs, and all your well wishes. She's kind of going through a thing. We're not going to talk about it on the show, but we just wanted to know her to know that we're thinking about her, and she's so funny. Like, she makes me smile. Like she does those tweets about Cash and Hangman. Like I always appreciate those. She's also a mom. She has a wonderful dog, and please just show her your love and appreciation, and keep her in your thoughts.
Yes, absolutely. She is a wonderful person. I've known her now since I pretty much started being a fan of Fightful. She was like one of the first people I started interacting with. And she's just incredibly nice. She's been a great person to me. I've had the pleasure of meeting her in person at Full Gear last year. I hung out with her. I got her lost in the Minneapolis airport for a little bit. That was fun. She's just unbelievable. She's a great person, and we're rooting for her and giving her our love. And she's just an extraordinary person. And we're thinking about her and her kiddos, and she's entertaining. She also does a show on Overbooked with Joel Pearl, the fashion show, which that actually is pretty.
I know. It's so entertaining, and I always like watching that show because I've said it multiple times on the show. I know nothing about fashion, and I would just hope that I can just go shopping with her because she can give me a makeover. It's so because she has the ability to present clothes to me, which I would never even look at. At clothes. I hate shopping, okay? But if she's there with me and try this and this and this and this, now go to the
be like I get that.
In the TV series and the movies and whatever. I'm up for that because she's basically doing all the work and I just take my clothes off. It's fine. I'm looking forward to this one day. I hope it happens. Again, watch the show. It's hilarious, actually. Some interesting insights also. So, do you want us to talk about JBL being a thing on TV?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. JBL.
I have a funny story.
Okay. Yeah. JBL. So JBL is appeared. If you don't watch Raw, JBL appeared on Raw with with a either he has a horrible tailor or
have no. This was a great segue from fashion with Cher that she has. All the fashion knowledge to JBL and his wrap pants.
Yeah, it was. But was there some more you wanted to add to it?
Yeah, but because when I bought the headphones, those are JBL headphones, by the way. So they actually had, I actually had to take my previous ones because they were still had a warranty, and they were also JBL. And while JBL's music was playing, I get a phone call, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's JBL!" And then I got a phone call, pause Raw, and I was like, yeah, hello? And she was like, hello, I'm calling for your JBL headphones. And I was like, bah! You gotta be kidding me.
What are the odds?
What are the odds of that happening?
Yeah, that's
So
nuts.
it's so I'm gonna say it like that. I was never a big JBL fan, and if he blocks me now, this will only mean that he watches the show, so that's a win.
We'll take it.
I'm gonna take that. So I was never a JBL fan. It's John O'Clock, everyone. This is the best thing from Cultaholic that Ross Fidel does. I love that. All our love to Cultaholic, by the way. I'm glad this is the lesser of two evils because I do not want him anywhere near commentary. So if this was if this was the thing that we actually had to do, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Did I what?
Did you see how he got to Raw?
How? Oh yeah. So this was just fucking
that's how he
nuts.
got there.
Like, what are those pants anyway? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Did he accidentally get Rikishi's pants? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, he's
Was
like,
Rikishi supposed to be on the show but couldn't find his pants? Like, what was that?
he was going to be there with the bloodline. He was going to be there with his kids, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, we're sorry, JBL's pants didn't come in. We need you right now." Like, and they just took him off and let him go.
It's ridiculous. So I'm interested to see what happens. I'm kind of bummed out that Baron Corbin is paired with him because I don't know where it will lead, but I'm open to seeing new things. I'm gonna tell you what I'm not open to, like watching AJ Styles getting pinned clean on Raw. Like, I hated that so much. I had fucking asinine people explaining to me in my comments that he was putting over Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio. What, like, this is how wrestling works. Are you watching wrestling for the first time ever? And I'm like, are you? Are you watching wrestling for the first time ever? Because there were different ways. Like, might as well him pin Roman Reigns while we're at it. Yeah. Is he gonna get over? Well, if he pins Roman Reigns,
they could have had a DQ where they could have had like.
Are you fucking serious? This is so stupid. And this was a clean pin, and it was like the match wasn't clean. Like there was a distraction. No, the pin was fucking clean. There was no tights. There was no holding of the ropes. The pin was fucking clean. I don't care if there was a distraction. The distraction is a stupid thing either way. AJ Styles lost the match to fucking Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, that should have never happened. Our good friend
Tom. I'm not finished.
I'm sorry.
I had to hug your AJ Styles figures for 30 minutes while I was sobbing. Like, this was just how depressed I was after this match. Like, this atrocious thing, monstrosity actually happened. Fucking remedy this right now. I don't care if they get the win in Saudi. I don't give a fuck what happens in Saudi. Because they definitely don't. Like, okay, like, what is happening in Saudi? I don't care. The thing is, I'm going to be watching live in Saudi because it actually is at a reasonable time for me. So I'll be watching it live.
Let's rephrase. You'll be watching it at home. You're not going to Saudi.
Yeah, live at home. Yes, live as it happens.
Well, you said
because
when
I
you
never
said
watched.
Okay, but the way you said it, you made it sound like you were going to be there. I just wanted to clarify.
No. Okay. Thank you. No.
You're welcome.
No. But Jesus Christ, fucking ballsack. No.
I love you. You're the best. My God. Jesus Christ, ballsack.
I'm so pissed off.
No, but okay, that was great. This is an all-timer for me. This episode is like one of my favorites we've ever done.
Yeah, we say that every week.
I know, but this
we're out of time, Rob.
Nope, I actually have permission. While we were talking, I sent Jeremy a tweet or not a tweet, a message, and I'm like, we're going over.
Okay.
I'm like, is that cool? And he said, yeah. So we're good.
Okay.
Tom Talks
Thanks,
Rubbish. Yeah, thanks, boss. Tom Talks Rubbish sends us a super chat again. Thank you, my friend. He says, "Have you had Sean Ross Sapp on after dark? If not, needs to happen. It will happen. We have not yet, but it will happen. It's in my contract. No, I don't have a contract, but it will happen."
He's talking about. He's not talking about Sean.
Oh, I thought he was.
He's talking about. No, he's talking about Ross Tudell from Cultaholic.
Oh, sorry. No, we
Yeah.
haven't. Sorry. I thought he meant Ross
we
Sapp.
have-
I'm sorry.
No, first of all, we will have Sean at some point. Like, he's the busiest guy I know, but at some point we will have him. It'll be a dream if we can get Ross, but it's gonna be so fun. I love Ross.
I thought there was only one Ross in the world other than Geller, and I thought it was Ross Sapp, so that's my fault.
Like, both Ross Tudell and Sean had a show together, like last year.
Yeah.
I want to say,
Yeah, I
it was
know. I
Desert
just
Island.
completely.
Yeah,
I
they
completely-
had a show together, and it, like, 2/3 of my favorite Rosses. Okay, like, this was amazing. Ross Geller from Friends is my third.
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. No, like I said, I just completely spaced that Ross out. Like, it wasn't intentionally.
I know.
Unintentional.
Mhm.
So he sent us another one. Let Maggie rant, Rob. It's not. I'm not important. Oh, you are important.
Oh,
but-
yes, you are important. I just needed to get it out.
Yeah. Chris sends us a super chat. Thank you, my friend. And thank you for coming on again like normal. Maggie is my hero. LMAO. You're our hero, my friend. And yes, Scott's right. Jeremy isn't paying attention anyways. He's listening to the new Taylor Swift album. And that is correct. He is listening to the new album.
I'm so sure.
He said he was doing that pretty much all day, other than when he had to do the Shawn Michaels conference call. Otherwise, he said he was going to be listening to it all day. But yeah, so since we have a little extended time, I figured we would talk about some more Raw. And since we talked about Dom and AJ, I wanted to bring up the Carl Anderson New Japan WWE thing, and they did announce kind of like in a video announcement. Gallows said as Anderson's representative that New Japan never booked him for it, which is really odd because you would think they would have booked him for that show if that was the case. You know what I mean? I would assume they're telling the truth on that, because Gallows and Anderson, they're really close with Rocky Romero. They're really close. So they wouldn't lie. I don't think about that. I mean, they're really, and I'm not kidding, they are really close to Rocky Romero. They're like best friends. So there's been talks about this that somebody I read, and it was somebody like that is credible, said that there might be something to it, because New Japan was promoting and stuff like that, where they said that maybe there's a way that they write Anderson off, like he got attacked like on Monday, so he can't be part of the match, something like that. Maybe they can do that. Okay.
I cannot hear you. It's my problem. Just for a while. I need
can
to
anybody hear me?
restart. I'll come back.
Oh, okay.
I'll come back. Okay.
Okay. I was like, but yeah, that's the one thing I'm thinking of. If maybe I do like that idea if that's the case, because you keep the relationship, if there is a relationship there with New Japan, everything's cool between them still, maybe. I think there has to be something there. I do, because it doesn't make sense. And I'm hoping that that's the case. I really do. But with that video that they did, that tells me that we might not exactly see this. So I'm very curious. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So let me know what you guys think. And if I don't want, the last thing I want them to do, I don't want them to take that title. Like, I don't want them to have to do, I don't want them to like have to do like a tournament for it. Just have them lose it, you know. That sucks. I mean, it would suck. You have a guy that you signed. He's champion somewhere else. You're not Vince McMahon. You're okay. You've been mentioning all these different promotions. Why the hell is it a big deal now? Like, let him go on there. The average fan, the fan that they talk about, the fans that the wrestling internet fans are not very. They're just a small amount of the people that are going to watch. The average wrestling fan will have no idea that he was in New Japan. The average wrestling fan will have no idea that he wrestled in New Japan. They will think that he was hurt. That's just the way it is. And there's no reason for him to do that. I see that Throwback sent us a super chat. He says, so maybe the Sharks maybe the Sharks be with you. I hope not. There is always surprises in the future with a ring. Wink. Do you see any surprises at Havoc? Does Breaker go to War Games? Shout out to our boy Tom Talks Rubbish. Hi, Maggie.
I'm so sorry. I have no headphones right now. I suppose I'm gonna listen to you like I'm gonna sound really awful. Sorry.
Oh, you sound perfectly fine to me. But Throwback, I have no idea. So maybe the Sharks be with you. I don't want the Sharks with me. I don't. There will always be surprises in the future. I have to ring that with a ring. Wink. Do you see any surprise? As far as surprises at Havoc, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know what they could do. Oh, Spaceballs. Okay, that makes sense now. I'm sorry. Like, I was not even thinking Spaceballs. But what I was saying while you were gone, the Carl Anderson.
Yeah,
I think
I was gonna say, please, like, what were you saying?
I think what I hope happens is they just kind of write him off, like for Crown Jewel, like he gets attacked on Raw, and they say he can't participate, and let him go
who takes
to.
his place then?
Well, that's the thing. They can't. Like, they do a 3-on-2 match or something, or they find somebody like Braun Breaker, maybe, like just bring somebody in
Or
special.
maybe Cameron Grimes returns the favor.
There you go. I like that idea. That's a
Sure.
great idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Something like that. Just do something. Don't lose that you have a new regime, and you're already talking about you're talking about these independent companies. You're bringing up history already in commentary. So what the hell is the point of just do something good for once?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It doesn't hurt. And hell, you tried to work with them last year, and WWE admitted it. So, and Tony Khan even said that they did, and pretty much admitted it. And so, that's all I was saying. I think if it was up to me,
talked about the Carl Anderson thing. Yeah.
But
are you kind of excited to see where the things with Mustafa Ali go?
Yeah, because and that was what I was actually going to bring up next. I love what they're doing because I love Ali. I love him.
I've always loved
watching him.
Ali. He's so good.
so good, and I like him as a face over instead of a heel.
I always preferred him as a face. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm hoping they go that route, and I know that Seth Rollins needed that title, like he needed a title run.
He really did.
Damn,
But
I would like to see Ali with it.
I think that we've seen Mustafa Ali versus Seth, right? I think
Yeah.
that we've seen that match, and
Yeah,
it's
we
good.
have. Yeah, it's
And
great.
it's great, and I cannot wait to see what this match is, because that match didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen a month ago. It happened years ago, and when like years pass, it doesn't it doesn't
Thank you, Soupy.
it's not a rematch anymore, but like it's something fresh, it's something new, and also it's like Mustafa Ali is so much better. He gets better with each and every day. Like those vignettes that he posts on Twitter and on social media, like he's sparring. Like, how do you not have anything for that guy?
Yeah.
Like him and Seth are gonna have like possibly on every show that this match is on, it's gonna be a match of the night.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Throwback sends another super chat. Maggie knows about the ring comment. LOL.
Yeah, it's from like the Wicked Crazy Pinfalls group chat is something else. I know.
Yeah, I just I can't remember. I can't remember things. Obviously, my Bray Wyatt. That was something.
That was something, right? I
yeah.
enjoyed this so much. Like my hairs on my hands were like up through the entire promo. I'm sure that everything he did, he said at the beginning of that promo was absolutely from heart. I cried, but we all know that, right? Like I cry all the time.
Oh, it was fantastic, man.
Yeah, it was so fantastic. And then it ended with the thing that we're most certainly looking forward to.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I love that. Like it's so refreshing when it happens to WWE, you know, because you don't know what's gonna happen, and because like it's not Vince anymore, and you actually get to thinking that maybe he you know, maybe he gets to do a bit more of the stuff that he couldn't do back then. And this is exciting because, like I said, to me, Bray Wyatt is David Lynch because he was just so misunderstood and no one got what he was saying and no one knew what his idea was. And even if he told them, it hurt for him to say what he meant because this wasn't his idea. Like you had to move your brain, you know, this was what he was hoping for. And when he actually explained it to you while this was hurting him, they were like, no, that's stupid. And this got even worse for him. He was so misunderstood in his art. I love that. I cannot wait to see what he's gonna do. This is one of the things that actually makes WWE so like entertaining, and I can't wait to watch a show, as opposed to like months ago when I couldn't be bothered. You know,
you're like
I watched SmackDown and Raw at 2 times speed because come on, like I do not have time for this crap. And if it was good crap, like the normal wrestling, you know, I don't mind watching it. I don't mind 3 hours. Actually, I do. That's a lie. I hate 3 hours. I wish they were 2. But that's like when you have great people like Seth and Mustafa Ali and, you know, Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar like getting in each other's like necks. I'm gonna enjoy that. Like that's entertaining. I don't care. Like the stupid barricade spot. It's like 33 too many. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like they do it like 3 times a month. Okay. We get it. Like
that's a Bobby Lashley special there.
Yeah, it's a Bobby Lashley special. Yeah, I get it. But we live in an exciting time for WWE. It's weird. Yeah. Wrestling in 2022 is weird, and I never in my wildest dreams when I started doing the show with you, Rob, I never would have thought that this was what wrestling would be in 2022. we're almost at our 1 year anniversary. Like it was
I know.
December. I don't. Yeah, it was December, but I don't know the date. Like, do you remember
Oh
the date?
yeah, I'll find the date. It was like a
Okay.
week or two, like the first week or second week, but I'll find the
Maybe
date.
the second week of December. It was like that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming up. I'm excited. The one thing too that I hope happens with we see the WWE's like starting to stock up on stables, kind of. I am wondering.
Yeah, this is intriguing.
If this, Bobby Lashley mentioned it in an interview not too long ago that he wants to do the Hurt Business again. This is a perfect opportunity.
I hope so, because like this, I feel like this was the only way they could have gotten Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander on TV, and they're great.
Yes. Yeah. Like I would like to see what I would like to see in a way, because Brock Lesnar is going to get cheered either way now. So I think what you need to do is, I think Bobby Lashley, one night we need to see Bobby Lashley just like out of the blue, maybe kind of how they've been doing the Wyatt stuff, like in the background, just kind of see Bobby Lashley talking to MVP.
Yeah.
Just kind of like 1 week, just see him in the background talking to him. And then the next week.
Like what happens to Omos?
Well, that's the thing. Like Omos joined. Omos, it's all part of it.
No way.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I think it's because I think why not? That's the way I see it. I think how you could do it is Bobby Lashley says, you know what? Things are gonna let's do it again. Things are different. I'll listen, or we'll listen. We'll have a better game plan. Something like that. You know, like
Hey,
we'll
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville buried the hatchet and they're friends again. So like everyone can be friends. Like
yeah,
okay?
Something like that. You could do it. I know some people might not like it, but who gives a damn? Just do it. I mean, that's the way I see it. If you want to bring him back, bring it back. That's a way to do it. Plus, you get more people on TV.
Mm-hmm. If you make it make sense, it's fine. Like,
and I do know that Shelton said he wants. Yeah, and Shelton did say that, but the thing is if you say, "Hey, we can't find anything for you on your own, but we can do this," I'm willing to bet he'll say.
What's he gonna say? Like no, like be on national TV? I don't think so.
I think he'll say yes. That's just me, but
I know.
But tonight's SmackDown preview. Logan Paul returns to SmackDown. Yay!
Yeah.
Liv Morgan continues her dark descent in a battle against Sonya Deville. Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi try to pry the women's tag team titles from Damage Control. Sheamus takes on Solo Sikoa. That could be good.
That's gonna be a good match.
Yeah. So that's good. And so they'll still probably add at least one more match. So
sure.
we got that to go on. So I'm looking forward to that. And with that said, we are going to go to our next thing, because I went the wrong way. And here it is.
A damn fine cup of coffee.
I'm always gonna recite his line every time when you play it. Guys, our second Cooper fight is about Josh, who we had on Coexisting After Dark on Fightful Select. We pre-recorded our chat with Josh yesterday. It was such a wonderful time. Like every time we have a guest, I was like, that was such a good time. Like it feels so great when you're talking to people, and then when you realize, like, those are great people, and then you start talking to them, and then you realize they're even better than you already thought. We have such a great chat. The thing is that after having this pre-recorded chat with Josh, we actually understood that pre-recording After Dark was probably a better way to do it. Because it frees up my night, and we get to interview people who don't normally have the time to do it on Friday at 4:45 or whatever. We can actually schedule interviews, which is better. But Josh a wonderful human being, so wholesome, so funny, amazingly funny, and we always leave something for like future chats, because we always want to uh, like have guests all the time, and we always leave something for next episodes and next interviews. Please go and watch the show. It's so great. Don't mind my hair, Rob, because it's actually 8:30 at 8ish a.m. for him. He has his light on in the room, and you're actually like, it's did you see it? You're actually like something mystical with the lights in it. Like,
Did it like flash?
yeah,
No,
the light on your right. Yeah,
oh yeah, I don't have any idea what it did. I wasn't paying attention.
you look great. Please,
Thank you.
guys, go watch the show. It was so good. We forgot that the spotlight was live right after us, and we got
We had to leave. Yeah, we had
yeah,
to
we had
like
to leave. We were having such a good time chatting with Josh after the show that we had to cut it short because the spotlight was beginning,
yeah.
but that was fine. Please, guys, watch the show. It's no, is it already up?
Yeah, it's already up because I set it to
Okay,
full
yeah.
force
So it's already up. Please, guys, after finishing
after
the
us.
show,
Yeah,
please
so we're
after.
almost done here.
Yeah, we're
But
almost done here. Please
yeah,
go and watch the show. It's so great.
Josh was awesome. I loved it because I've interacted with him on Twitter before, but the great thing about our show is we get to learn more about people. And yesterday
Australia. You
we
get to learn about
yeah
Australia.
and that was the thing. I even like you told me about your Australia thing, and that's one thing that is really good about this one. If you have Fightful Select, go listen to Maggie's question about like her potential history about Australia. Like it's fascinating, and she's told me about this before, and it's good. It's something else. But you learned like other things. Like she asked about she's like, is it true that you have to watch everything you do, like spiders, snakes, and just everything?
I so did not expect this answer, by the way.
Yeah, and you'll see me take my earplugs out because I do have arachnophobia problems, and I did
I
tweet
do
something.
too.
I
But
did tweet something yesterday, but I deleted it. Maggie, and I was planning on telling you this today, but I forgot. So yesterday, about 5:30 in the evening, I go outside, and I'm not kidding you. This has never happened before in my life. A little spider between my eyes on my glasses. I threw my glasses like onto the grass and walked away.
like a normal person should do, Rob.
Yeah. Well, I was like, just MF this, MF that. And I, of course, like, yep, they just had to talk about effing spiders. Just throw you both under the bus.
I'm sorry. Like, I
No,
know
it's fine.
the smallest of spiders. I know, like, it doesn't even know what's going on, and it would never harm me. But it's a fucking spider. He needs to die in a fire, and like it's. I'm sorry. I hate them. I get like.
Yeah. So let's
sorry.
go. Oh yeah, but yeah, Josh is awesome. Love the guy. It was great. So with that in mind, let's go from something evil to something fun.
You have
Maggie,
to
I'm doing-
update that graphic.
Okay, I'll do it sometime soon. Maggie, I got dad jokes. So here we go. What did the full glass of water say to the empty glass?
What?
You look drunk. Stupid. How do mermaids talk to each other? On shell phones. Mm-hmm.
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 That's mighty shellfish of you.
Yeah. My horse will only come out of its stable when it gets dark. It's becoming a nightmare.
My sister will appreciate that one.
Very nice. What do you call a guy lying on your doorstep?
My ex-boyfriend.
Wow. Well, I know you call him Matt.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What's the worst vegetable to bring on a boat? A leek.
That's a good one. Okay.
Okay. And the last one. Someone just called my phone, sneezed, and hung up. I'm getting sick and tired of these cold calls.
I know, right?
Mhm.
Fuckers.
So, not the best ones for dad jokes today, but
It's
it's
fine.
better than nothing. Yeah. Well, guys, that is the end of the show, and your sister did like it. Not that we tried outing her again, but you
Yeah,
did
you're
it
right.
earlier. So, but guys, that's the end of our show today. We went 2 hours. Thanks to Jeremy letting us go. We really
Thanks,
appreciate
boss. We appreciate it.
it. Maggie, plug your shit. I know that's your
Yeah,
line. I stole it.
I have nowhere to point because
Son
it's
of a-
weird. Please follow me at Twitter at Maggie_IK and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. We're here every Friday at 3. Oh, yes, thank you. I get it. I got it right. Yay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, but we're like really big,
Yeah,
like weird
yeah.
floating heads. Okay, but it's for a while. Yeah, thank you. Yay. So thank you for watching. And I hope we see you again next week.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Check us out next Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern, right back here on Fightful Overbooked. You can follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. Otherwise, I'm at Fightful Rob on Instagram. We really appreciate it. Do us one favor, hit that like button. And if you do leave a comment, either Maggie or myself will reply. So thank you very much. We will see you later. And I also want to add one other thing before I forget, because it's very important.
I know.
It's very important because
very
you always need to make
sacrifice. 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 Sacrifice.
Peace out, my friends.